Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to show you something very cool and very powerful about LandMailer, and that's the ability to bulk remail offer letters to people you've already sent letters to. So this is the case where you have sent out a batch of letters and you say, okay, in 4 months or 3 months, I want to remail those letters out again. It can be done individually. If you look at the video about emailing or remailing properties, a single property, you could do that for each one. But if you had 300, 500 properties, you wouldn't want to do that, obviously. So we have this bulk remail function here. Now, the first thing that you want to note is when you're importing properties, you actually want to pay attention to this remail date. So this is the date at which the system is going to calculate a date 120 days in this example from now, and you can search by that date to find the properties that need to be remailed. So let's just go through an example and it will make much more sense. So first we're going to start, we have this warning about our template not being selected, so we're going to select our mailing template. I don't want to do 120 days, I want to do 90 days. So 3 months from now I want to remail the properties that I am about to do. First I need to send out the letters initially, so let's import records. Yes. I'm going to import records here. We have 10 properties. I think there's probably more than that that have not been mailed, but these are the 10. And we are going to go from there. Actually, this one looks blank, so let me just delete this one. All right. So now I'm going to send letters. And so based on my settings here, my remail date will be set to 90 days from today. So let me show you what that looks like. So let's send letters. I found my 10 properties. I'm going to say OK. We'll get my confirmation here in a second. 10 letters have been mailed. So now we see that we have these 10 properties here. Our offer date is today, status is mailed, and the remail date is now a target of January 4th, 2020. So let's fast forward to January of 2020, and I want to say, what properties do I need to remail to this month? So I'm going to go to bulk remail. I'm going to put in the target remail date range, which would be January of 2020. We're fast forwarding to January. So I'm going to say, show me all the properties that I was supposed to remail in January of 2020. And it's going to find those properties. There's an 11th one for some reason, but I think it's because this was from a prior demo. So we have these properties. So they're all in Test County, so I can't filter it further, but it found 11. I can say, okay, I want to remail these. This is January of 2020. I sent them out 3 months ago. I haven't heard anything back, and I want to send them out again. So I'm going to click Remail Letters. It's going to give me some confirmations. I say okay. It's going to do its thing and give us a confirmation that it's done. 11 letters have been remailed. So you may not want to remail all the properties that you've sent out in a given range all at one time. So for example, let's look at this in a different way. So if I go to bulk remail and I we'll pretend it's March 2020 at this point. So I'm going to look at March 2020 through 3/31/20, and I'm going to find results. 43 properties. Let's say that I don't want to remail all of these properties at one time. I could narrow down by the date. I could see, well, 43 is a lot. Maybe I just want to do the properties where my target remail date was March 22nd. So I could do that too. So I could just change this to the 22nd, find the results, and I've got my 4 properties. Yeah, I could do that, and I just remail the letters, do it all at one time. I could also narrow this down by county. So let's look at the March 2020 properties again. Oops. Oh, didn't do that right. There we go, find results. 43, we're back to our 43. Let's say, I just want to do Park County. I don't want to do all of them at one time. I narrow this down by county. I found my 2 properties, and I would bulk remail the letters. And that's what we would do. So let's say I wanted to do this, for example. If I remail this, I want to show you something else. So let's remail these properties. We'll notice the offer date originally was 9/24, and the remail date is March 22nd, 2020. So when I remail those letters, it's going to set the offer date to today, but it's going to say the target remail date is 90 days from today. So you're going to see that this date changes. It's going to be a little bit sooner because 90 days from today is before March 22nd, but you'll get the idea. So we'll say, okay, those properties have been remailed, and now the offer date is set to today, and the remail date is set for January 4th, 2020. So that's how that works. The other thing that can happen is you may not want to have the same offer price when you remail. So let's look at those properties again. 3/1/2020 to 3/1/20. Oops, that's going to do it again. 31/2020. So we have our 41 properties here. Let's say this, I wanted to change the price. I could actually, if I remail the letters, it's going to use this offer amount. But if I wanted to change the offer amount here, I actually could. So I could go through this list and I could change my offer amount for each one, and do it that way. I won't do them all, but you get the idea. You could change the offer amount, click remail letters, and that new offer amount will be what shows up on the offer letter. And so that is it. That's as easy as it gets to bulk remail. You can find a subset of your properties you want to remail, click the remail button in the top right corner of the screen, and all those letters will go out. It's a very easy way to track when you're supposed to remail properties, find those properties, click a button, and they get remailed.